All right, everybody, here we are, day 116. It's Friday, May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. As you can see, I got the bug net on for two purposes. Number one, bugs. Number two, spider webs. I got tired of eating spider webs the last few days, early in the morning when you're hiking. You know, I know the other day, I guarantee you I probably took about 50 spider webs to the face. That doesn't count the ones I knocked out of the way. So, you know, the bugs aren't too bad. They at various times, they get bad as one flies on my arm. But I figure I had the net, just throw it on, you know, for a little bit while I'm here in these woods where all the spider webs are and stuff. So that's what we're doing. So you can see the terrain we got right now. We've got about 7 to 8 miles to hike until we hit Mount Moosilauke, which is our big climb for the day. It's probably going to be, it's about 4,000 feet. Because it goes up to 4,800. I think the low point at the bottom we'll be starting at is about 800 feet. So roughly 4,000 foot climb over several miles. And then when we get, after we get to the top of Moosilauke and start coming down, that's when we hit our shelter. It's like Beaver Creek Shelter or something like that. That's where we're going to stay for the night. That would give us, I think it's a 15.5 mile day. So, you know, a little bit shorter than the last several days. However, you do have the big climb of Moosilauke, so that kind of makes up for that. So we'll see how we do. Like I said, yesterday we did those 19 miles. It took us, you know, like, I don't know, if you factor out lunch, it took us about 10.5 hours. So, slower going yesterday than even the day before. Probably a little less than 2 miles an hour yesterday, average. That's to be expected as you start getting into these bigger mountains. And, you know, the big issue with the mountains so far, like in New Hampshire, but basically New England, when you do hit the mountains, is you're adding in a little bit tougher terrain, as you can see here. A lot of roots. And you get some rocks thrown in there. Then there might be some big rocks you have to climb, and that goes for the downs too. So what happens is on the downs, you're not making up really much time, if any. Where normally down south where you have a smoother trail, you know, you can make up time on the downs. You don't have all the, you do have roots and stuff, but you don't have all the rocks and stuff. So you can move a little quicker. You don't have to be as careful with your feet. Whereas the further north you get, you just have more impediments in the trail that slow you down, you know. And then you add the elevation like you had down south. You're having to climb mountains and climb back down them. And it just slows you down. So we'll see how it goes. Curious to see how today goes, what kind of pace I can maintain today. But with 15.5 miles, I left a little bit like 7:20, 7:25. So left plenty early enough. So I should be able to get to the shelter at a decent time tonight. And then tomorrow, I will have to check the weather. See if they're still predicting rain and stuff like that for tomorrow. And we got like 17 tomorrow, I think. So, all right. All right, here we are at the Jeffersbrook shelter. It is 11:42, getting ready to eat some lunch before we climb Moosilauke. Basically, we're gonna have some tuna wrap. Basically, you got wraps there. tuna wrap and some Fritos with it, scoops, and of course some water. But that's what's for lunch, and we'll probably eat a little bit of peanut butter too, something like that. So we're gonna eat lunch, and then we're gonna hit Moose Lock, and that'll take us the rest of the afternoon. That's what we're climbing, that mountain behind the trees there. That's what we gotta do this afternoon.
We might be able to make if we go down that way.
But Joe can tow with us if we do the 9 o'clock. Uh-oh. We could chill at my place if you wanted to until it.
Here we are climbing back down Moose Lock. And I know you're probably saying, if you're climbing down, how come you're going up? Because that's where the AT is. Even on downs, they got to give you some ups. So, anyway, it's just this little up. Not much, it's just a little tick. And then we'll continue to head down. We're a little less than a mile and a half from the Beaver Creek shelter, or Beaver something shelter. So that's cool. We'll get there probably 4:15, 4:30. Ah, shit. The latest. Yeah, that was my ankle that I about snapped, but it's all right. It's all good. Yeah, so it'd be an early day to the shelter. Did 15 and a half, which, kind of accounts for the early day. But we did have Moose Lock in there, so, I probably would have been done quicker if I didn't have Moose Lock. So, overall, I'm pretty pleased with the performance. But, so we got the whites coming, and I fully expect, things to slow down in the whites. It'll be slow going, kind of like Moose Lock was. The Moose Lock wasn't too bad, though. I didn't slow down as much as I thought I might, so I'm happy about that. But it looks like the rainy weather, will probably start tonight. That's expected for tomorrow. Hence the clouds that rolled in. You saw the clip with the top of Moose Lock. There's a bunch of people up there, but clouds had rolled in the last hour or so, and it was windy as anything, probably 30-mile-an-hour winds. So, you hike up Moose Lock, you basically sweat your butt off, literally. I mean, I was soaked to the bone, shirt, pants soaked. And then you get up to the top, and the temperature's, cooler, the sun's gone, and you got 30-mile-an-hour winds. So, that's life. So anyway, so we're doing the hike down. We'll get to the shelter, get some good food. This will probably be it for videoing today. Unless there's just some stuff at the shelter I decide to film. But that should wrap up day 116. Tomorrow, day 117, rain. And hopefully we got 17 miles. All right, here we are at the Beaver Brook shelter. It is 4:28, so got here good time. Pretty large shelter. The best part is, check out that view. That's a pretty cool view. So I thought I'd get that. And of course up there you get the privy up there. And if you can't hear it, there's water over there, down there. Good job today, day 116. And we will retire to the Beaver Brook shelter.